Garden State, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They're trying to find Shark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Giants 10. Jaguars 9.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he give this time to the tailback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Down, Jaguars.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 27-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
26.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Giants 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 56 to
Now Saquon Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Saquon Barkley.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Now 3rd and 5.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack on first down, Jones eluding the pressure right. He's going to take it. The ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Hits him in stride. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
You know, the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here. Can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 27, Jones going deep. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
Now Jones on first down. Gets this off to Saquon Barkley. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defensive.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man here is Foster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 7. Jones, a throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 21-yard line.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Giants 20.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming in.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake. Jones escaping the pressure right. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he will take it in for a Giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
26.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gano out to kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll bang that one through.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. He's back to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Another try for Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining. And they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Jones throwing on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Today's final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Jacksonville, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.